May Gavanen, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Talisian. There you are, and here I am, and today, on Warhorse Wednesday, we are doing Lord of the Rings Online. Now, we are currently we just made our way to Belfalas in Western Gondor, and we're currently on the quest path to head us to Dol Amroth, which is the capital city there, and we'll go ahead and see what fun we can get with. And eventually we will be making our way to Illithin and Osgiliath and Minas Tirith and then the Battle of Pelennor Fields. That's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to doing the Battle of Pelennor Fields. The last time I did it on the Landroval server, which I moved over from Landroval to Peregrine, I really enjoyed not only Minas Tirith, but I really enjoyed the Battle for Pelennor Fields. And I'm looking forward to spending a lot of time. That will definitely be several streams long, because I am not going to rush that. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So, let's get into game. First off, if you've got any events that are coming up that you'd like for me to promote on my stream, please share the information with me. You can post it down below if you're watching this on YouTube, or I'll post it on my Discord server, or you can send me an email at Talisian, that's T-A-L-I-S as in Sam, E-I-A-N @gmail.com with the subject line, LOTRO Events, and I will go ahead and promote it on my stream. Also, I just posted, Orion posted on LordOfTheRingsOnline.com a new letter that talks about what's upcoming for quarter 2 and quarter 3. And I've already done a little bit of a video for it on my YouTube channel. So please go ahead and take a look at that. Tell me what you think. Share me your thoughts on it. I'd love to have a discussion with you. Currently, we have the 18th anniversary event that's still available, coming up to the 19th anniversary, if for those who have not picked up, or the 20th, I think, is also coming up this year. Or is that next year? I honestly can't remember offhand. Also, every day is a Hobbit's birthday, and we are the fortunate ones to get the presents. So let's see what silver present we have available today. 50 Virtue XP and 2 gold pieces worth of silver scraps. And LI Reward Track Season 17 is still alive and kicking for about another 56 days. I've made some progress here. I'm up to 46 from the looks of things. Yes, I picked up 45. I picked up a tracery, runes, and an incomparable sealed tracer. Let's go ahead and open that up real quick, because I'm very curious that if the incomparable tracery is worthwhile, I would love to go ahead and just add it on. So let's see what we got here. Let me actually load up my... let me show you this real quick. I use LibreOffice as a spreadsheet program, but what I also went ahead and did... Oh, wrong way. Let's try that. There we go, much better. Let me get my ugly mug off the screen here real quick. What I did here, this is a... Actually, let's do this. This is probably better. There we go, yeah. This is a spreadsheet that I just wrote up that has all of my current traceries, my Word of Power, Words of Mastery, and Word of Craft traceries for Albion, which is my handheld, and the Bow of the New Forest, and also some other information, the breakpoints for UIs, what the tracery levels stand for, my virtues, who my craftings, what my food and drinks are, and stuff like that. Just some other general information. It keeps me on top of things, helps me to... Come on, try that again. There we go. Helps me to stay on top of things, and keeps me out of trouble. So let's see. The thing I picked up was... What was the sealed tracery that I picked up? I thought I had... Oh, I hadn't opened it yet. That's why. That's why I couldn't find it. I hadn't opened it up yet. There we go. And I picked up Ascendant Light. I think that actually is one of the ones that I use. I don't know if I've already... I think I may already have them. Is either I'm incomparable or legendary. So let me double check real quick here. Open this up. Yeah, that is... Yep. So let me go ahead. I got to check real quick here. Legendary and incomparable already. And that one is an incomparable. Yes, it is incomparable already, so I don't need it. So we'll go ahead and take that one. Distracting shot, cooldown, and resistance destruction. But that's only a rare, so we'll just go ahead and we'll munch those, turn them into ancient script, because I can use the ancient script, worst case scenario, to buy more runes. There we go. So we are currently in the town of Tadarant, here in the havens of Belfalas. Down here, the Cape of Belfalas, this is the Belfalas homesteads down here. This is where the premium housing is down here. They've got guild houses on these isles, and there's a lot of regular housing out here. But we are currently right here in Tadarant, and we're making our way through the zone. See, it's a nice little zone. Okay, so I need to... The quest that I have right now is Word from Lamadon, where I need to find Brutus, who is the head merchant in Tadarant, because Jajax has tasked it upon himself to bury his loyal fallen, and he sends me to Belfalas, where there are other Corsair captains that Hebrew alluded that may be in hiding. That's a kind of a little storyline that I picked up previously, where I helped Jajax, and he went ahead and actually honored my request to leave the village of Tingobel alone. And so I'm going ahead and helping him out in return. There we go. Let's do that. That's much better. We can see everything here. So let's go ahead, and we'll pick up some other quests along the way as we find them. It looks like we're going to be... Yep. There's another merchant with a quest. Let's go ahead and start with him. Halium. Halam. Okay, we'll try that one out. He's got two quests for me. Into the woods.
Why do you interrupt me?
These crates are falling apart, and we very much need some new ones. Just before you arrived, I sent a couple of my workers into the forest to fetch some wood. The troubling thing is that they haven't returned. Most likely they took the day off. Could you go up to the forest and find them? While you're at it, remix some of that wood and tell those two that they don't work for me anymore. Not sure if that's going to be very good. I have a feeling there's a very good reason why they weren't found, but we will check on that for him.
I beg your pardon?
And the other quest he has for me is called Taking Inventory. This town is in chaos. I can't find the crates for an important shipment to Dol Amroth that absolutely must be dispatched the moment the roads are clear. If you feel like making yourself useful, why don't you find these crates and bring them to me? And don't come back until you've found them. I need to find 8 crates. But we'll go ahead here and talk to Brutus, who was the one that Jajax had me find.
How may I help you, friend?
You bring word from Lamadon? I thank you for that. This Jajax seems like a helpful ally. The Corsairs you seek most likely reside in Belfalas. I am Brutus, wife of Rosaran, one of the Swan Knights called away to war. In his absence, I have forged this shipping line to bring goods and supplies to Dol Amroth from the towns east of Tadarant in this time of need. However, all trade has come to a halt. Corsairs have been ambushing our carts on the road, and so I have held them here, cutting us off from the world below. Halium, a merchant that works for me, will be able to give you my first-hand account. Okay, well, let's get that first-hand account from Halium.
I beg your pardon.
Yes, as Brutus stated, I was leading a shipment from Caladol to Dol Amroth 6 days ago. Those Corsair scoundrels sprung at us like dogs. I managed to escape to Tadarant, but my fellow merchant was not so lucky, rest his soul. He stood and fought, refusing to flee, and was overtaken by Blade. I'm glad that you are here to help, but please, do not get in the way. Shipping is a delicate operation. Talk to Brutus if you want to be more useful around here. Speak with Brutus on how you may be of assistance.
Gondor needs your aid.
Halium has told you of his first-hand account? Good. There are a few of us in Tadarant, perhaps enough to defend ourselves, but not enough to overtake the Corsair camp looming across the River Ringlow. With your assistance, we may be able to make these roads safe again.
Gondor needs your aid.
Perspective from Nendath. My friend, I would ask you hike up to the beacon of Nendath and scout the surrounding area. From Nendath, you should be able to spot anyone moving about the valley. But please, tread carefully. I do not believe the Corsairs have crossed the river recently, but one can only guess at their movements under the cover of darkness. And there's actually a deed for hitting all of the beacons in Western Gondor, especially in Belfalas, so I will go ahead and do that. Check real quick the Forge Master. Do I have my weapon?
Well
Does not
met.
need to be forged. Here's one of the supply crates that's needed, so let's go ahead and pick that up. See if we can find the rest of them here quickly. There's another. We can move a little faster, I think. One of the nice things about being a hunter. There's the third right there. Yeah, let's see. Looks like the 3 crates are all in this area down here. So let's head over here and see if I can find the rest of them. No crates here. There's one. Well, there's half of the crates are needed, and there's number 5 right there. Very nice. Plus, it also gives me a chance to see if there's any quests that I may have missed in the zone. But sometimes you won't see secondary quests until you finish the primary ones, and then you'll see the tertiary quests after you finish all the secondary ones. Oh, Stable Master. I need to definitely pick up that.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Dol Amorith, Minas Tirith, Calimbel, and Morlad. Okay, good. So I've got connections back to Western Gondor. And even to Minas Tirith if I want to go ahead and spend the Mithro until I've actually been there and picked it up. There's number 7. And I just need to find one last supply crate. Looks like it is over here. On the other side of this building? Inside the building? No. Ah, hidden in a nook of the building. There we go. There's all 8 of the crates. Let's go ahead and return them to Halem, and then we can go ahead and mark that quest off completed.
I beg your pardon?
You found them? I'm surprised. Maybe you'll be some help around here after all. And that gave me the deed, probably completed quests in Belfalas. And it looks like it's a 35. 5 LOTRO points, title, virtue experience, and reputation with Dol Amroth. Very good. I'm happy with that. Alright. So I didn't see any new quests. And I'm not seeing anything pop up on the map, per se. So let's go ahead and see if we can find those, Actually, let me buff up first before I head out of town. But then we'll go ahead and see if we can find those wood choppers and bring the wood back to town. Now let's mount up my horse. My Eriador horse. This is the horse that I picked up for earning world renown, which was getting kindred faction with 13 different factions in Eriador. Not that easy to get, but I was very happy to get it. So it looks like on the other side of Tadarant, so we'll head over this way. Ooh, and there's one of those Corsairs. There's a cliff goat. We'll go ahead and... Ah. But I think I do need... No, I don't need the Warhound either. Okay. Ah, there's my hobby horse. That's 7 of those so far since I started keeping track of them. We'll go ahead and see if we can find those wood choppers. Hopefully still alive. Oh, and there's the beacon also. Let's do the beacon since that's right here. And looks like there's a nice little road to it. Oh, but there's a Corsair we got to take care of first. There we go. Boy, these Corsairs are thick as thieves around here. Alright, well there's the beacon. And there's another Corsair. Ooh, and a shadowy. Back off. And there we go. 2 tattered shadows that start off the stream. And I did pick up a new quest too. Letters of the Enemy. Corsair orders can be found on the bodies of Corsair footmen throughout Belfalas. Collecting orders from fallen Corsairs may give more insight as to what Captain Tadarant of the Marca Mijin is planning. And I also need to fight off the intruders that are here at the beacon. Okay, so there's the 7 orders. Now I need to look at Marca Mijin for trouble. That's over here, I do believe. No? Find a good spot on Nendath and look at the Corsair camp of Marca Mijin. Okay, so I need to... There's a specific spot that I need to actually do this in. Okay. This is a good place to look at the Corsair camp, Marca Mijin. Okay. Not sure what it is I'm looking at, but more company. The camp is oddly quiet. However, you see Corsairs near the camp moving crates downstream. Alright, let's go ahead and back out. We'll take a whole bunch of these guys with me. There we go. So now let's go ahead and search for the missing workers before we head back to Tadarant. It looks like they're over this way. Oh, are they fairly close? They're only about 130 meters away. That's not that far. It must be up there, so we're going to have to come around and find a path up the hill. Okay, looks like I found a way up. Yorlingus Scarn, definitely can use that. Alright, so they should be somewhere in this general area. About 100 meters away, so we're getting close. These cliff hinds, I can leave them alone. They're not going to bother me. Same thing with the cliff goats. Ah! Looks like the Corsairs got to the workers first. This is indeed one of Halium's workers. And I need to collect 5 piles of wood. Hey buddy, you're kind of looking a little odd there. Five Anorian hides. Definitely use those. There we go. I collected the wood. And it looks like I need to head back to Tadarant. Is there anything else up here that I need to take care of? Cliff Stalker. And a little Erlingus Scarn. Definitely need the Erlingus Scarn. And we'll go ahead and warp back to Tadarant.
What is the meaning of this?
Dad, these Corsairs are ruining everything. This will be the end of my business. Helium calms down for a little. While you're here, could you finish the job you started and make me a couple of new crates? I can do that.
I beg your pardon?
Decent workmanship for an adventurer. Now, shouldn't you be out there taking care of those Corsairs? So now we'll talk to Brutus, and well, first I'll talk to her about the perspective from Nendath, and then we'll talk to her about the letters from the enemy.
How may I help you, friend?
Corsairs at the beacon? The situation is worse than I thought. They must know of our every movement. And what's this you say? Corsairs are sending crates downstream. I wonder what they are sending them. Cannot be from a good purpose, that is for certain. Agility, Vitality, Finesse, and Max Morale. That's definitely usable. So we'll grab that. The other one is Will.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Disrupting the flow. Thank you again for your assistance in gathering vital information on the Corsair threat. If Rosserad were here, he would surely thank you as well. It seems that the Corsairs are stealing our supplies and shipping them downstream, in the same direction that we've been spending carts to Dol Amroth. We cannot allow these goods to fall into Corsair hands at Edelland. They must be stopped. So I need to fight the Corsair Overseer and reclaim 8 of the crates. And let me see here. I have a polished bracelet, which I went ahead and equipped. And there's a jeweler's case, which I'll pass over to my alt, and an unusable shield. So now we'll go ahead and talk to Brutus about the orders that I found.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Wonderful work, my friend. These Corsair elders look to have all the information we need. Brutus ruffles through the orders, reading them intently. If I am to understand this correctly, they are stealing supplies and rerouting them to Edelland. Why? That is an abandoned elf port, not dissimilar to the Grey Havens many a traveler has spoken fondly of. There's much to do. We must act swiftly. And it looks like Helium has another quest for me to pick up, but I've got a ring I want to go ahead and equip. The mantle of the Great Company. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get rid of the Ring of Anticipation. Nope. There we go. So let's go ahead and get the new quest from Helium. He's got 2 of them. We'll start with mushrooms in the marsh.
What is the meaning of this?
If you're going out there to clear the roads, then I had better start filling some orders. We'll have carts out on business soon enough. Now, there is a special mushroom only found in the marsh northeast of Tadarant. Since you're heading out that way, why don't you collect a few of those for me? 10 of them I have to find. And the other quest.
Why do you interrupt me?
Patrolling the roads. We need the roads open and safe for travel. My livelihood depends upon it. You should go out there and run the Corsairs off the road. Send them countering back to their captain. At the very least. Teach them a lesson for taking a fellow merchant and friend to an early grave. Okay. Alright, I'm not seeing any new quests in Tadarant. So we'll go ahead and start with these. Let's see where we're looking at here. The Corsairs are all over the place, but the mushrooms in the marsh are to the north. Disrupting the flow is right there, and then book 1 will take me to Edelrod. So we'll go ahead and do this big loop, and we'll pick up any Corsairs along the way. So we'll head to the marsh first. Looks like my clear skill bonus is about to expire, so we'll go ahead and refresh that. Starting to find a lot of Anorian hides, which means my tailoring skill. It means there's probably some gear that I can actually make. Gondorian cloaks? An Anorian cloak Level 100. I can make that now. I just need 4 brushed Anorian leathers. And it looks like it's a huge up. Well, that's Vitality Might. Yep, okay. We want to... I prefer to get... Before I get the gear set up, I prefer to get myself the advanced... Or get towards mastery. Because then I can get the better... better gear. Instead of having to make it twice. But in this case, I may just make it twice just for the boost. Alright, so here's the marsh. I see some of the mushrooms there. And it looks like there's a mini quest I can pick up for King Terror turtles. Snappers in the Shallows. Marsh turtles can be found in the marshlands to the south of Markham Margin in Belfalas. You've encountered angered marsh turtles in the marshlands and should cull their numbers for the good of the people. Okay. So we'll do that while I'm picking up mushrooms. By the way, people, you do need to be careful. There's a fungus among us. Yes, I know, it's a bad joke. It's a bad joke. And it looks like I need to defeat 10 of them, so we'll work on that. It looks like they're also dropping not only Anorian, but Aerlingus hides too, so that's good. I'd rather get the Anorian hides, though, because I think my Aerlingus... Yeah, I'm pretty much... I have a little bit of scholarly work to do in Westmanet, and I have a little bit of prospecting work to do in the Westmanet, and I'm basically maxed out there, so... Company. Excuse me, I apologize. But that is 2 more Tattered Shadows. Should be getting close to a huge number of them soon. I've got 558, so we're getting there. Oh, that was nice. Nice little kickback there. Let's see what we got here. Another mushroom. And there's half my turtles, so we're making progress on that quest too. And there's the last mushroom. So now I have a question that says, look around for any more mushrooms. Your eye catches a big orange mushroom in the marsh. Halo might enjoy seeing this specimen. I thought that was that orange bit that I saw right there, that large mushroom. Some rowdy Corsairs start to cross the swamp, and it seems they're up to no good. Forget our order. Let us burn that village down. Hey, someone's out here in the marsh. Get out! Now, those Corsairs did not count toward the 8 Corsairs I needed to defeat along the roads. But as you can see here, we... How many mushrooms in the marsh? I still need to work on a few snappers. I still need 3 more marsh turtles, so we'll work on catching those real quick. And there's the last marsh turtle that I need. There it is. And I can advance that quest. While their sharp beaks could have also posed a threat to the nearby Corsairs, you've done the people of Tadarant a great service by culling the turtles in the marshlands. Future efforts to rout the Corsairs will no longer be threatened by the marsh's wildlife. So now it looks like right along the river here toward Elholand, we can go ahead and see about finding those crates and maybe taking care of the Corsairs. And right there is Mark Gem Million. Oh no, I guess I'm going to have to lay waste to a Corsair camp. Oh no, what will I do? We'll go ahead and take the slide down here. And there's some of the stolen crates. There's 4 of them right there. And there's the rest of them. And there's the Overseer that I need. You defeated the Corsair Overseer. And I've defeated another Corsair. So that's good. Almost got the crates that I need. And now I just need to defeat 5 more Corsairs in order to finish off that quest. Let's go ahead and head over here to Mark and Middlegem and take out a few of their Corsairs, and that should count toward the Corsairs that I need. Okay, there we go. I had to check to see if my partner needed something. There we go. Corsair archers do not count, but plain Corsairs do. So we'll just take out a few. Oh, there's one up there. And the target is not in line of sight. How about now? No? You've defeated many Corsair footmen in Belfalas and helped make the road safe for the people of Tadarant. Alright. So that's enough damage to mark a Milgrim for now. I have a feeling I'll be coming back here for other quests. But I wanted to make sure I took care of those Corsairs while I had the chance. Now, let's head to Eldhand and work on Book 1, Chapter 7. Find the overlook west of Kalimbo in Belfalas provides a good view of Eldarand. Edheland, if I can ever pronounce it. Ooh, almost sounds like Barkley. Looks like it's up here. Might be over there, actually. Ah, an elf stands atop the overlook, surveying the refuge of Edheland.
If you are a friend, you are welcome to share my watch.
I would be pleased to have your company, for the men of Umbar have brought their ships to shore and threatened Elhaland. Our people have not inhabited the refuge for 1,000 years. But if your heart is like mine, we bear enough affection for places once dear that we cannot allow the raiders to remain. If their goal is plunder, they will be disappointed. The only relics that remain will be of historical value only. Any valuable artifacts or jewels were taken long ago. There are others of our people nearby. If you can defeat some of the raiders throughout Eldhand, I will bring you to them. Return hither with any relics you find, and I will be doubly pleased, for I do have an interest in curiosities from our people's history. Explore the, the tallest tower, the southern court, northwest dock, defeat eight raiders, and collect 6 relics. So it looks like I'm going to be spending some time in Elhaland, and I'm happy with that. Kicking Corsairs out of an elfin refuge? Hell yeah, sign me up, buddy. My bow's itching to help that out. And there's one of the relics that I need to pick up. Let's go ahead and get buffed up again. Looks like I need everything pretty much. Boy, they're just coming to me. I'm happy with that. I'll take them out any day of the week. Company. Another shadowy. And 2 more tattered shadows to add to the collection. I'll gladly pick up that adorned chest. That's more scholarly items that I need. The buildings along the southern court are intact, but empty. And that's the last relic that I need, so that's helpful. So now I need to find the tallest tower and the northwest dock. The tallest tower at Eldhaland once kept watch over the sea. And that's the dock that I need to check down there. I thought I saw a backpack over here. There, no? There it is. Looks like I got over to that dock. Okay, I went down the wrong dock. Corsair 6, docked and moored at the docks in Belfalas. All right, let's head back and turn in these quests. We'll take that. That's a small little group of Corsair pillagers that I can probably take care of really quick if they'll stop. There we go.
It always warms the heart to meet a new friend in these dangerous days.
We do not have enough warriors to cast the Corsairs into the sea, but your efforts in the refuge have told them that even an abandoned refuge is never truly forgotten by our people.
I am Lathlorn, and I am proud to count myself among the Avarim.
We were tasked by Círdan the Shipwright with maintaining a watch on Eldhaland, and have done now for some time, removing overgrown brush and keeping the paths clear, and ensuring that the docks remain free of debris. If the havens of Mithlond become untenable, this would be the last place from which our people could depart this Middle Earth for the Undying Lands. The men of Umbal that occupy Eldhaland do us a grievous turn, and do not even know of it. Dorthaneth is the leader of the Avarim, and you can find her at the cave where we reside now. If you follow the road southwest on the way to Dol Amroth, you will come to a rocky cleft in the ground to your right. Follow it down to a cliffside path over the water, and you will come to the entrance. Tell Dorthaneth of your experiences in this land, for she has a wisdom about her, and has proven a capable leader of the Avarim for as long as I have known her. Sounds good. And that would be down toward the coast here. Alright. So I've got 2 quests to turn back in Tadarant. Let's go ahead and turn those in first. And then we'll go ahead and make our way further on. And looks like we got about 30 seconds or so until an ad starts, so I'm going to go ahead and clean up my inventory and wait here very patiently, and I'll see you wonderful people on the flip. And we're back. Let's go ahead and turn in these quests. We'll do Helium's first. He was the one who wanted me to return with the mushrooms and that big, extra large mushroom that I found.
Why do you interrupt me?
What took you so long? Did your boots get stuck in the mud? And why is there a big orange mushroom in here? You know the one's poisonous, do you not? Oops, no I didn't. Sorry. Alright. And we'll talk to Brutus and see what she has to say. She was the one who wanted me to disrupt the flow and to bring the supplies back that I found near the Corsair camp.
How may I help you, friend?
Your deeds have given us the upper hand and returned some of the missing supplies. However, Corsair camp surely suspects that we are the source of this aggression. We need to act fast or our village will be the first to fall. We're counting on you.
How may I help you, friend?
The captain of Makam Mijan. Rossaron once told me to cut the vein tying the head to the chest is to bleed the enemy dry. I believe that Captain Tadarant of Makam Mijan is that vein, and you are the blade. As much as we need to investigate Elhaland, you should enter Makam Mijan, find the captain in the camp, and defeat him. Tadarant is surely one of the Corsair captains your friend Jejak spoke ill against. Be careful, my friend. Alright, so now we'll head back into Makam Mijan, and we will lay waste until we find that captain. Actually, do I need walnut? I probably should have been picking up all these walnut branches too. Nope, poplar. Okay. Don't need walnut, I need poplar. So, pick those up later. I picked up a new quest, and I picked up a new shadowy wraith. Back off. Go, 2 more tattered shadows. And the new quest that I picked up is Decimate the Encampment. Actually, I picked up a couple of them. Burn the lookouts. Burn the guard towers and lookout towers. Corsair camp in Makam Mijan is located in eastern Belfalas. I need to burn the towers there. And I need to decimate the encampment by fighting off 14 Corsairs. this adorned chest. I'm not going to let them have any of my scholarly supplies. I wouldn't know what to do with them. You've defeated many Corsairs of Makan Mijan and decimated the encampment. Oh, yes, I did best you. Gotta still burn more guard and lookout towers. There we go. I thought I could get around that way and get to it. I guess not. Like there's one almost directly, yep, right there. And then the two guard towers are they're up here in this area. Right there. And 2 more tattered shadows. They're coming hot and heavy today. Oh, we want to take out Tadarant again. I'll do that. There's another wooden chest appeared here, and I'd like to go ahead and loot that. And there's the last tower that I need. You burned all the towers at Mekan Mijan and plunged the camp into chaos. One last thing I want to do, and this is just because I'm just that type of person. Let's go ahead and invade the let's take out the Corsairs here in the tent. And I got the advanced Corsair deed of 240. Defeated many Corsairs in West Gondor. And let's head back to Tadarant, and then we'll go ahead and do that quest. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at my rewards. And that was worth 5 LOTRO points.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Thank you for all that you have done. The farmers and merchants of Tadarant shall always remember you. We should be able to resume shipping much-needed provisions to Dol Amroth soon. The Corsairs are planning something in Eldhaland, and I'm certain the other 2 captains you see reside to the west. And let's see, do we want the Helm of the Great Shore? Agility, Vitality, Crit Defense, Parry?
These are troublesome times indeed.
To Ost Lontir. The roads are safe enough for us to return to them and ship these much-needed provisions to Dol Amroth. I should tell your deeds to my husband upon his return to the Havens. Rossaran will surely want to meet you one day. But you must make haste to Ost Lontir, where the caretakers of Amand Lontir reside. I'm sure they are already aware of the situation at Eldhaland. You could be of much-needed assistance to the people of Ost Lontir in dealing with this greater Corsair threat. May your journeys be prosperous, my friend. Alright, looks like I've taken care of everything here, so let's go ahead and go through my inventory real quick. Nope. Lesser Resolute Bauble of Finesse, a pocket item. No, definitely do not want that. Nine items. All right. Let's see where I need to go here. Looks like I need to go down here first, and then here to that cave overlooking Dol Amroth. So we'll go ahead and head to the cave first, which is for the quest to Ost Lontir. Bandits, Oathbreakers, and Orcs are the last ones that I need for the Slayer of West Gondor deed. I should be getting close to starting to find Anorian hides on a regular basis and Anorian skarn on a regular basis soon. There we go, and we'll go ahead and pick up the Stable Master as soon as I find him or her. And we'll go ahead and continue questing. There's the forge. Is there no stable here? There might not be. Alright. Then I guess we'll go ahead and continue onward. We'll talk to Gillinor. To Ost Lontir.
These are troublesome times indeed.
I have grown wary of accepting help from those I do not know, traveler. Yet I fear the time has passed to be so discriminative. If you would aid us here in Ost Lontir, I will see you rewarded.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Those that remain. You have come at a fortuitous time, Hunter. My people have great need of one of your skills, for the Corsairs raid the havens even as we speak. There's much to be done, but with so many raids, we've had precious little time to bolster our defenses, or even tend to the simple tasks. Very few remain here, but I'm certain you can aid them in some way if you are willing. Speak to them. Aid them when you can, and you will have my gratitude and trust, traveler. As I need to Borodon the Beacon Warden, Miliadir, and Kenadol. And there is Mildir.
Our lands were once peaceful, but it is now dangerous to travel far from home.
Welcome to Ost Lontir, the light waiting to be snuffed out. I don't see any reason to stay here, and if it were not for my wife, I would have long since fled to Dol Amroth. I suppose if I am stuck here, I may as well enlist your aid in protecting us. Do you have a moment? That I do.
Have you heard the rumors of enemies pressing in from all sides?
Too far from safety. I do not think we are safe here, my friend. Corsairs have been spreading through our lands like a great light. Maybe the gods think it is amusing to have a drunk Corsair right outside our walls, but I do not. They are planning something for Ost Lontir, I just know it. If you could search the overlooks to the east and the west of the town for any sign of the Corsairs, I would be grateful. Maybe I could actually sleep tonight. I can do that. And there is Kenadol.
I greet you, friend.
Hello, traveler. I am glad you have come to Ost Lontir, for it means that perhaps not all hope is lost. The enemy rallies in the north, and I find our days growing darker as more Corsairs spill from the sea into Gondor. With you here, one more can stand against those that strike at us, and we can work to push the Corsairs from our home. And she does not have a quest for me as of yet. And I need to talk to Borodin the Beacon Warden, who is at the beacon right outside of town. Or perhaps the other side of town. Oh, Althor has a quest. Let's go ahead and talk to him real quick. Looks like he's got somebody prisoner.
Well met.
Half seas over Nassar. What am I to do, traveler? We are granted the good fortune of having the enemy stumble into our town, but we've got naught but meandering stories about sailing from him for so far. I have a feeling he might be more easily persuaded to part with his captain's plans if we provided more ale. My men and I were sharing a drink earlier today by the fountains. Perhaps 3 mugs will be enough to get him talking. As I find those mugs. There they are.
Why are you bothering me?
What's that you got there, huh? Oh, keep it all to yourself, high elf. Come here. Nasir rapidly drinks all 3 of the mugs of ale. A fine ale. My compliments to the brewer. I must not have had a very good time drinking so little, though. My men down on the coast, they know how it's done.
Well met.
He's already told me a few things of the Corsairs of Elfaland and spoke some nigh incoherent ramblings about Tarlang's crown. But we need to know more. It pains me to do this, for both myself and my men, but I have no choice. I purchased a barrel of ale for my men this morning to raise the spirits in Ost Lontir, but it seems nothing short of nearly drowning will satisfy this man. Return to me with the barrel, and we shall see what else we can get out of Nassar. As soon as I find the barrel, that is. Must be on the other side of this building. Ah, there it is right there. Barrel of ale.
What news do you bring, traveler?
Did you see how his face lit up just now? I have a feeling this will be enough to draw some valuable secrets from him. Secrets that I am sure Gillianor and others here would be eager to exploit. I could take it from here. Thank you again for your help. Ooh, a cloak. Agility, vitality, fate, crit rating. Great. But it is an upgrade. How does it look on me, though? Oh, it's a hooded cloak. I do not like hooded cloaks. So. No, that might be enough. Keep 'em coming, Swan Man. Keep 'em coming. Oh, sigh. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to Borderden the Beacon Warden. Looks like he's over here at the beacon itself. And there's a beacon warden right there.
Gondor needs your aid.
If you have come expecting to see the splendor of Gondor, I'm afraid you will find it rather dull. The city of the prince is as beautiful as ever, but grim times have come to the havens. If you have a moment to speak with me, there is something I would like to show you. Sure, I actually do.
How may I help you, friend?
The last beacon. Thank you for allowing me another moment to speak with you. There are things you must be made aware of if you seek to aid our people. To the west, Dol Amroth overlooks the bay, and a glorious city it is. Yet, as we stand at the edge of ruins, as Corsairs run rampant through our lands, I don't ask anything of you but to understand what is at stake. Look to Dol Amroth and understand what could be lost if we fail to defend ourselves. In the distance, the shining city of Dol Amroth overlooks the bay of Belfalas.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Is it beautiful, is it not? Should the war turn against us, you can consider yourself fortunate to have looked upon it. Alas, it is not the only thing I wish for you to see. To the north lies the ancient elf haven of Eldhaland, and more importantly, those who would seek to claim our lands. There's one thing to tell you of this, but another to look upon it with your own eyes. Look to Eldhaland and see the ships that have claimed the harbor. In the distance, the Corsairs have made landfall in the ancient elf harbor of Eldhaland.
Gondor needs your aid.
So now you see what troubles us, so. You see, this is no small raid by the Corsairs. The people of Belfalas face an invasion upon our shores, and unless we can discover the means to defend ourselves with so many of our warriors gone to the east, I fear that our lands will soon fall to the enemy. So now I need to search the overlook to the west and east of Ost Lontir. Actually, let's do this. Let's go to this one, port back, and then hit the other one. It'll be easier that way. Aside from a view in the bay, into the bay, nothing catches your eye. Okay, let's port back. And now we'll head over to the east. You don't see anything unusual here. So we'll go ahead and talk to Mildir first. Who should be over here. There he is.
The soldiers of Gondor have all gone to war, and we are left to fend for ourselves.
It is comforting to know that they are not on our doorstep today, but I still fear for what the future holds. You've done me a great service, as simple as it may have been. Wait, what's that? Behind Mildir, you suddenly hear a haystack sneeze. Suddenly, a small child, laughing child, leaps out of the haystack and runs away.
Our lands were once peaceful, but it is now dangerous to travel far from home.
Confound that child. If he were a Corsair, I would have... Bah! You've done enough for me, Shanchantro. Children ought to be the worst of my problems. I shall count myself lucky. And now those that remain. He wanted me to talk to those 3 people and do some minor quests to them.
These are troublesome times indeed.
It is true that times are grim for my people. So many gone to the aid of the steward of Minas Tirith to the east, we were left ill-prepared for a Corsair attack. It was necessary, but now I fear that we have left ourselves far too exposed. If you would aid me, we could strike back against the Corsairs and keep safe the people of Belfalas.
Gondor needs your aid.
Orders from Umbar. As it stands, we are ill-prepared to wage any sort of counterattack against the Corsairs. Our prince and many men have traveled to the east, leaving us little to work with. However, I've heard talk of Corsair spies acting as messengers to their forces near Tadarant and even as far east as Lamedon. If you were to catch one of them by surprise, it is likely that the information they bear could be used to our advantage. They are not known to travel by road, so you may have to seek them out. Bring any orders you find to me, and we shall see if hope yet remains. And he has another quest for me as well.
These are troublesome times indeed.
By land and sea. The Corsairs are relentless. They are not content to seize a piece of Gondor's history alone, so now they stalk our roads as well. The people of Ost Lontir are frightened, and they have good reason to be. The enemy is at our gates, and each day brings renewed attacks on all the Belfalas. We must push them back, and I can see no better place to start than the Corsairs that roam the roads to the north. If we can contain their numbers to Elhalan, we can begin to mount a more proper defense. Perhaps my people will rest easier. And now wants me to defeat the Corsair patrol leaders. Let's go ahead and get buffed up. Looks like everything I need is all right around in here, so we'll just head over here. So I need orders from Corsair spies and Corsair patrol leaders. Ah, I think I found one of the Gondorian treasure caches, too. We'll go ahead and pick that up while I'm here. You have found a Gondorian treasure cache. There's one patrol leader. And it looks like I found my second patrol leader, so that's a good thing. And there's the third one right there. And I picked up a shadowy too. And I picked up the third patrol leader, so that's good. And 2 more tattered shadows. I think it was 2. Yep, 2. I haven't seen any spies, though. Maybe I just found one. No, that's just a regular Corsair. We'll go and take him out anyway. Go ahead and mount up. Maybe I can... Wait a second. An icy chill across the land as the high sorcerer of Harad stalks forth from the shadows. Looks like we, ladies and gentlemen, may have an icy... Yes. We'll see. We might be able to do one of the... We'll continue my questing, but I'm going to have an eye on world chat because we might be able to join in on a raid. Wouldn't mind having a raid be the last thing we do on the channel for today. I would be very happy with that, being totally honest. Picking up a Morgul coin, those are nice. Can definitely use a Morgul coin. Morgul coins are used to pick up some of the higher end stuff from Amelia. I've only got like 2 or 3 right now, so picking up another one would not be a bad thing. All right, let's do. But we also need to pick up another Corsair leader, and we need to find the Corsair spies. Spawn in Dunadir. I don't know if I can get there. You know, Central Gondor? I may not be able to get to it. I may not have quested far enough to actually have access to it. So I may not be able to go there quite yet. There we go. So now I need to find the Corsair orders, which are going to be back this way. There's Corsair Spy. And there's one of the orders that I need. Let's do some tracking. We need to track men. Evil men or dwarves. There we go. Corsair spies. Bingo. One's right there. There he is. Okay, my men's just about tracked. There we go. Let's see if I can find the last one. Where did it go? Well, that's a war band, and that's not what I'm looking for. Alright, let's try it again. There we go. Let's go ahead and head back to Ost Lontir. Bar Huron. Where is Bar Huron? Whoa! Did not mean to do that. I am sorry, folks. Ancient home of the stewards of Gondor? It's in South Illithin, in Eastern Gondor. Yeah, I've never been anywhere near there. Yeah, it's in South Illithin, so... It's right here. It's right near Pelennor, actually. So I'm not going to be able to make that one. By land and sea.
How may I help you, friend?
Good. Maybe now they will be wise enough to keep from the roads and allow our people to pass. Now then, we cannot allow time to recover from this blow. And I'm turning
These
the
are
other press.
troublesome times indeed.
Orders from Umbar. Aha! This is just what we needed. Look at these. They detail numbers, movements, a Corsair captain named Dol Guzir, and their leadership. All of them mentioning one known as the Scourge. Well, we have all we need to know now. Let us begin our assault.
How may I help you, friend?
The Lost Harbor. We have weakened their forces near the beacon. We know of their movements, and we know of their leadership. Now is the time to strike the heart of their force at Eldhaland. While you aided me, I sent a scout named Olvir to observe the Corsairs moored at the Elf Haven. Seek him out, and aid him in ridding the coast of the Corsairs. I will not allow that Umbarian filth to lay any further claim to our lands. Now go. May we fight alongside one another before this war comes to an end. I think before I head to Eldharand, I want to go ahead and go here first, which is that place that was mentioned by that elf outside of Eldhaland first. But I do believe at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I do need to call an end to my stream. So I would like to thank everyone for joining me today. We had a very good time. We've continued adventuring in Belfalas, and we will continue there this Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific. Quick reminder, if there are any events that you'd like for me to promote on my stream, please let me know about them. You can go ahead and send me an email. It's lecian@gmail.com. Subject line LOTRO events. Or if you're looking at this on YouTube, you can post the information down below. Or best way to get in touch with me would be on my Discord server, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch. Link is down below. And we not only talk about Lord of the Rings Online, but we talk about Last Epoch. I've been playing the Shattered Omens, and I've been having a blast with that. Path of Exile 1, Path of Exile 2, Diablo 4. They just finished their Chicken event, which was kind of fun for April Fools. EverQuest Legends. I started a chat room for EverQuest Legends because I plan on at least looking at it. I don't know if I'll stream it or not, but I definitely plan on at least looking at it when the beta comes out, hopefully soon. And you too, my friend. You too. Take it easy. Take care, everybody. And I will see you all very, very soon, my friends.